How's it going, everybody? Landon here with TBS. Excited about this week's edition of the Truck Boss Show. As always, next to my dear friend Isela.
Hey guys, how's it going?
And we're excited to be on site at CH&W Tire next to our dear friend and owner of CH&W Tire. Did I say that correctly? CH&W. Let me slow down a little bit. I get too excited about that.
Tire and truck
for your
wash.
time.
Thank
I know
you.
you've been busy. You've been on the road, actually.
Yes, been on the road.
That's awesome.
Driving a little bit.
Well, we're excited for this week's edition because you're going to give some great insight of what it is to be able to not only buy the right tire, but also the difference between the brands and more, and also a little bit about tire maintenance.
Yes, we're going to talk about that today.
Absolutely, absolutely. But before we do that, tell us a little bit about yourself, because this is not only your tire shop, but you own a couple different trucking companies as well.
Own the tire shop, own a couple of trucking companies. We do, local. We don't go outside of the state of Oklahoma, but have about 10 semis, so I kind of know a little bit on both sides about this.
This is huge, so this is going to be some really good insight.
Bueno, ahora sí estamos en vivo aquí con nuestros amigos, como siempre. Ahora vamos a hablar sobre el mantenimiento de lo que es de las llantas. Y bueno, como él tiene el conocimiento de esto, porque él no solamente tiene el negocio, sino que él también, aparte de eso, maneja sus camiones. Tiene 10 camiones y trabaja aquí local en el estado de Oklahoma. Él nos va a comentar el día de hoy de lo que es la marca, o sea, el tipo de llanta y los beneficios que lleva para que usted también pueda tener en la carretera, siempre y cuando manteniendo sus llantas.
So, Tony, topic number one, when it comes down to being able to choose a tire, you get a lot of guys come in here and they go, what's the difference between the tires? Walk us through that and what everybody that's watching needs to know when it comes to choosing the right tire.
When you come in to see any tire shop, whether it's with us or someone else, you need to know the application. What are you doing so we or another tire company can put the right tire on your vehicle? You come in and you're a long haul guy and you go from the East Coast to West Coast, you want a long haul tire that does that. You don't want a tire that another trucking company comes in and goes 300 miles and makes 15 stops that day. They're turning and twisting. Application is critical to get the amount of mileage you want out of your tires.
Absolutely. So walk through, though, because you have 3 different tiers here.
Yeah, we have 3 different tiers here. And like we was talking about, you look at them, they look all the same, and everybody comes in and says, hey,
That again?
middle of the road tire. This is a tier 3 tire, which will be the kind of the good, a good tire. Okay.
Sorry, a little technical difficulty live on site, so bear with us.
That's right. We're going to go ahead and start over here. This is a tier 1 tire. This is good for the long haul guy that's going to go from the East Coast to the West Coast. This tire here is a tier 2 tire. It's a good tire for a guy that's going to go that 150, 300 miles a day, stop.
Right.
This tire here is just all around, hey man, come in. I need a good deal on a tire.
Gotcha.
Really, if you look at the tire, the material makeup of the tires, Goodyear spends a lot of money in that. Then you get over here to a premium Michelin tire. This is the top of the line, the Cadillac of steer tires right here. You put this on a long haul, it's probably going to get 50,000 more miles than a premium over here.
50,000 more miles.
Pretty close.
And you said that tire can get up to 200,000 miles.
Up to 200,000 miles. We'd like to see 150,000 miles out of that one, 100 out of this one, 80 out of this one. That gets back to tire maintenance, as me and you've talked about before.
We'll talk about that in just a second. That's big. Go ahead.
That is. Y bueno, de lo que estamos mostrando al día, ahora tenemos este tipo de diferente tipo de llantas. Tenemos lo que son de 2, lo que es la marca, la Goodyear. Empezamos con las primeras. Y bueno, de las primeras en adelante, o sea, de las primeras 3, si usted anda ocupando llantas porque usted tiene que viajar, ya sea del este al oeste, son viajes largos, normalmente es el tipo de llanta que tendría que usar. Ahora, también teniendo conocimiento qué tipo de aplicación de llanta va a tener que usar para el tipo de camión que usted lleva, el tipo de viaje, tipo de carga. Ahora, ya de aquí nos pasamos a las que vienen siguiendo, a la última llanta que él nos mostró, que viene siendo la llanta de todas llantas, ¿no? Como diríamos nosotros, es la mejor que uno puede usar y todavía le da hasta 200,000 millas más en sus viajes. Así es que si usted tiene que comprar llanta, recuerde mucho que lo importante es el tipo, la marca y la distancia que va a tener que viajar.
So, Tony, we talked about application. We talked about the difference between the tiers, and then you got your premium, the Cadillac of tires, as you said, with the Michelin tire. But none of that matters if you don't have good maintenance.
That's right.
If you don't take care of your truck, don't take care of your tire, you're not going to get the most out of it, especially when it comes to the money you're spending.
Your best friend for any of your tires, your steer tire, your drive tire, your trailer tires, is a good tire gauge. You've got to take care of your tire pressure. All tires, all wheels lose air. You must check these. Love's has a great thing. You pull in and hook up and they check your air pressure. For you guys that are over the road, that place is great. My guys use it.
Right.
It works really well.
Real quick, when it comes to your own trucking companies, what's the standard operating procedure when it comes to checking tires and air pressure?
Our guys come in about every 2 weeks for a quick lube, and the mechanics run around, check all of the tires, bring them back up to 105 pounds of air.
Gotcha.
So you need to check them. It wouldn't hurt to check it once a week.
Okay.
Hit all your tires once a week. You bump them every time before you get in the tire, bump them, but take a tire gauge, put a tire gauge on your tires. You can go bump all your tires and say, hey, they're all up, but if you put a tire gauge on them, they all felt the same, but they were 70 pounds. But there's no difference in them because they all sound and feel the same.
Very good point.
Because they all go down at the same time.
That's a very good point.
Bueno, ahora una de las otras cosas que nos comenta nuestro amigo Tony viene siendo el mantenimiento de la llanta. Algo muy importante, siempre revisar la presión, el aire que lleva la llanta. Hay ciertos lugares, ciertas paradas donde usted puede llegar y lo puede revisar. Pero no importa qué tipo de llanta lleve o la marca, si sea de la más cara o de la más barata. Si usted no tiene, no tiene buen cuidado en las llantas, eso no importa, porque es muy importante tener eso, porque al mismo tiempo de cuidar sus llantas, tomando el viaje, el peso que les va poniendo, el millaje que llevan, que se le va a poner a la llanta, es donde se daña, se maltrata. Y si no las cuida, se queda sin llantas.
So Tony, you got the coins there. We can't move on to the last topic until you bring, why do we have the coins on top of the tires?
We have the coins on top of the tires. Your tire wear, you got the quarter, you turn it upside down, you got the head of the president here. If you can see all the head of the president, your tires are out. They're not DOT compliant as far as the steer tire goes. We always bring the penny because everybody has a car.
Right.
It's the exact same way. You turn the head upside down. If you can see the full head of the president, your
Not
tires need to be replaced.
Gotcha. Last topic, we got to talk brands. I know you, on the side of your building, you got Goodyear on your Polo there, but you're also a Michelin carrier. Which one do you prefer and why?
I prefer the Goodyear tire, and it's not because I'm a Goodyear dealer. My application for my company, we're not a long east to west coast company, so we go that 600 miles a day, but we start and stop all day long. So the Goodyear tire, the medium tire, not even the expensive one, the medium tire does the best for us because it gets down to that cost per mile.
You brought that up. Dive into that a little bit. That's some really good insight.
The cost per mile, when you go put a set of tires on your truck, whether it's steers, drives, trailers, write your mileage down. See how many miles you get out of those tires. Divide, if that tire costs you $750 and it goes 150,000 miles, divide that 150,000 miles into that $750 and see how much that tire cost you per mile. If you have the wrong tire, wrong application, and you come in and you buy that $750 tire and it goes 50,000 miles,
right?
It's not worth the money. I mean, you've got to get the right application. My company personally, we try to get a half a cent per mile.
That's good.
On our tires. If you get half a cent or better, you're in that $750 range per 150,000 miles.
Gotcha. So dive a little bit into the Michelin real quick.
Michelin tire. This is the premium Michelin steer tire. This thing is just gets back to the science of tires. Michelin has found something in this tire. If all your kingpins, tie rods, all that stuff when your alignment's good on your truck, this tire is just something about it. It's LeBron James of tires.
LeBron James of tires.
It gets out there and it goes.
If you can relate to that, press like on this video and definitely get a part of the conversation.
It goes a long ways. It's a good tire. You look at a lot of their big companies that come in here. We can give them a great deal on a Goodyear tire, and they just look at it and say, put my Michelin on there.
Absolutely.
That's good. Bueno, otra de las cosas que nos comenta él, obviamente en su negocio aquí, él es uno de los que consumidor que carga la llanta de la marca Goodyear. Obviamente también tiene lo que es de la marca Michelin. Él prefiere la marca Goodyear. Pero como él dice, hay que fijarse en lo que va a gastar uno en sus llantas, el millaje. Hay que hacer las matemáticas, si le beneficia, si le conviene o no. Porque si usted gasta de más, no le conviene. Si no gasta lo suficiente, tampoco le va a convenir. Hay que, regresamos a lo que es muy importante, el mantenimiento de las llantas, revisarlas, tenerlas que cambiar. Porque obviamente cierto tanto tiempo de millaje, tiene que cambiar sus llantas, al igual revisar bien el tipo de llanta que lleva, tener la aplicación correcta. Ahora él nos mostró ahora que él tiene la peseta. En la llanta grande obviamente es muy común la peseta de 25 centavos, la voltea hacia abajo. Si la cabeza del presidente se ve completamente, quiere decir usted ya necesita llantas nuevas. Igual con la peseta de 1 centavo para su vehículo. Como los de nosotros que todos los días así a trabajar a la casa X, es lo mismo, revisarla, voltear la peseta al revés y revisarla. Recuerden que lo que es bien importante es tener ese mantenimiento, porque también con el Departamento de Transportación a ellos hacen la auditoría. Si usted no tiene esas llantas con un mantenimiento propio, no lo dejan seguir, así es que usted sale perdiendo.
So Tony, you've given us some excellent insight. Can't thank you enough. For everybody that's watching, there's a lot of people that are driving on I-40 every single week when they're out on the road. Where are you located so everybody can definitely come by?
Exit off at the Shawnee exit on 177, south about 8 miles.
South off of I-40, 8 miles, right here in Tecumseh, Oklahoma. Can't miss it. Beautiful facility. Huge facility. Hey guys, we want to bring up some good insight as well. You can go to the tbsfactoring.com website if you want to find an ebook that we put together, bumper to bumper, all about tires, great insight that you can download for free right there on the tbsfactoring.com website. And as well as, Isela, do you want to share some good news that we have coming up with GATS?
That's right. We're also going to be in GATS next week. We're going to be in Dallas. That's August 22nd through the 25th. So we hope to see you guys there. I think we're going to be seeing our friend Tony there, right?
Tony's
so
going to be there.
He's going to be
awesome.
Yes. And also we're going to be, the street team, we're going to be hitting GATS.
Truck Boss Show is going to be
That's
live
right.
on site with the street team, doing interviews, exclusives, and more. You're not going to want to miss it. We'll see you next week at GATS. You want to say goodbye to everybody?
Yes. And thank you guys for tuning in. Why? Because you're the boss.